right, you guys ready to roll?
Rock and roll,
all right.
man.
I'm ready.
All right, hey everybody, welcome to episode 3. This is 3, right? Yeah, episode 3 of
episode 420.
episode 3 slash MK420 of the Dickbird Dabs. And this is
episode 3.
This is the show where me and a couple of my like-minded friends, we get together and we smoke weed and talk about a topic. And today we're going to be talking Marvel Legends, specifically the 2019 Marvel Legends Awards Show. And I'm going to call it about as official as it's going to get, because I don't think anybody else is doing an award show. So this is the closely official Marvel Legends 2019 Awards. Okay, so today we couldn't get one of our, we usually have 4 guys on. So Wayne Fort had to bail out. He had some family things he had to do, which is cool. So shout out to Wayne Fort, proprietor of Access Cannabis in Spokane, Washington, for all your marijuana needs. And today we have Christopher Sturm. How you doing, bud?
I'm very well. Very well.
Happy the Broncos finally won?
Dude. Yes.
Also,
we have hope.
Speaking of, go Birds. Go Birds. The Eagles won their game today, so they're in the playoffs. I'm very happy.
Dude, the Lions even won today.
The Lions won. There you go. Speaking of, we have another of Detroit's finest with us today, Neeko Tronis.
Wow. Hey, Mom, motherfucker.
Mom Spaghetti. Hashtag Mom Spaghetti.
Hey, palms are sweaty.
On the sweater
right.
already.
Chris, you don't have any handles or tags you want to throw out? Your Instagram?
IG at plastic.swayze.
Okay.
That's about it.
And Neeko?
Yeah.
Neekotronus on all the socials.
Cross-platform. And I, as always, am Brother Kyle. And you can also find me on all platforms as Brother Kyle. And also on YouTube as the D-Bird Nest. So please like, subscribe, share. Hit that motherfucking bell for notifications. And let's get on with the fun part of the show. And everybody ready?
I am so ready.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Before we start, Neeko, what are you smoking on today?
Well, we're gonna start off with the FreGrowlt Durban Poison.
There you go. You got it in there. Nice.
That's the lid, and this is a good look at this pretty live res. Live.
And Christopher, what are you smoking on today?
I have Mob Boss Live Diamonds from Kushmasters.
It's a cow.
Live resin. It's muy caliente.
Muy bueno.
All right, and I will be smoking today Cresco Labs. No, is it? I forget what it is. I want to say it's butter. I forget, and I lost the lid. Doesn't have the label, but Cresco Labs Sojay Haze. I don't know if you can see it. And
looks like
running a little low.
Looks like some live batter, maybe.
Yeah, it's not. It's maybe it's sugar. Or sugar. Yeah, it could be sugar. It's whatever it is. It feels like sugary, kind of like something you'd have on a cookie. Either way, it's delicious. It smells oh so citrusy. And before we fire up, all marijuana products smoked on the D-Bird Nest have been obtained legally through medical or recreational purposes. So, without further ado, let's fire it up. Neeko, you totally have the fucking bro Thor look going on right now with your hoodie and just so bad.
Calling out the Stormbreaker, but it ain't coming.
It's a little slow. It's on its way. Oh man,
It's high too.
that was awesome. All right, how's everybody feeling? Good.
Very good.
How's my audio? Good. You guys can hear me, okay?
Oh yeah, totally.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm trying not to talk very loud, so there's people and stuff back here. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is I wrote out a bunch of categories for Marvel Legends awards, and we're gonna go through them one by one and name our winner. Maybe name a few what do you call that? Honorable mentions and
Runner-ups, yeah.
like just because I have like a group, like usually with each category I wrote like 4 or 5 or 6 different choices and kind of just like look through and pick one. We're also going to talk maybe if we can think about it, the worst figure of that category, and we're going to try our best to stick to Marvel Legends, but not all of us have all Marvel Legends in our ones that we could have picked. So I'm sure there'll be some surprise curveballs. It's a Marvel Legends award show scramble.
It's a sidewinder.
Just like you'd expect from a bunch of stoners doing a fucking award show. And
You did it wrong.
yep, it's gonna be fun.
Hell yeah.
It's like if you're at the Grammys and they give the award to like a movie by accident or something. Or the Grammys, yeah.
My
All
kind
right.
of award show.
So, Marvel Legends, it was I thought a pretty good year. I thought last year was probably a little better.
Yeah.
If I looked at the lists, and this year there was there was some good shit though this year for sure.
Well, plenty of good stuff. Yeah.
And since we're all into the Marvel Legends game, pretty much mostly what I've been collecting now because they're just so accessible, way more accessible than other things. I know we've all been getting into Star Wars a little bit, so I got the Star Wars bug.
Yeah.
Feels good. Welcome.
So today we're gonna start with best Build-A-Figure of 2019. And Chris, you didn't have. You said you didn't get a Build-A-Figure this year complete.
Not one. And just nothing jumped out to me.
If you wanted to, I had them all written down. There wasn't that many. So we had Fat Thor, Wendigo, Endgame Hulk, Molten Man, M'Baku, Caliban, Armored Thanos, Kree Sentry, and Kingpin. I didn't get very many of them either, to be honest.
If you were to ask me which one I would take out of any of those, if someone was handing them to me, I would take Kingpin over the rest.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
I've heard issues about his articulation and stuff, but he just looks so good.
I'm a big guy too, and I don't articulate very well either. So it's actually in that way, it's
pretty
more
spot
accurate.
on.
I don't have a waist swivel. Definitely no
ab crunch, dude.
I don't know how I definitely can ab crunch. I can go back farther than that. All right. And Neeko, what was your best Build-A-Figure of the year?
The only one that I think, aside from Fat Thor, the only one that I completed was M'Baku. And he was my pick because I was just like, it was the first wave of the year. And
he looks great, dude.
Yeah, it is a great, it could be like just a scotch taller. Like if he was like a half-inch taller, I wouldn't complain. Like that wouldn't be a negative thing. But it is a really nice looking Build-A-Figure, and it's an MCU figure. That was like the first wave of Legends that was like MCU wave that like was all 6 figures for an MCU wave, which was great. That was really dope to see that. But like truth be told, though, like I wouldn't have completed that had it not been for like the Walmart clearance that had them on like stupid clearance for like $5 a piece.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't for that, I never ever would have built M'Baku. I wouldn't have put together a Build-A-Figure this year either.
I would have gotten that M'Baku anyway, but I actually did. I did end up getting that that $5 Walmart thing. So it actually that worked out pretty good. I ended up getting rid of all like the extra Black Panthers that I had. There's so fucking many of them I didn't need anymore.
Yeah, I have a purple that's Chris.
Yes, you found it.
Yes.
I've been
So-
waiting.
I picked for the best Build-A-Figure. I picked Bro Thor, just because of the look, and I was actually really surprised that was what they went with the Build-A-Figure. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at a Thor, but specifically that one was I thought a really cool choice. I like how they gave you extra head with it, and it was a huge upgrade in Stormbreaker from that terrible Infinity War Thor. And so that was even just cool, just having the Stormbreaker and just that look. To look at him, just fucking looking exactly like the dude.
Disheveled Lebowski.
But it was for me. It was between him and M'Baku because the M'Baku figure, it was really awesome, and he's my favorite Black Panther character. But
Dude,
he had some shitty articulation in the legs because of the skirt that he was wearing, and that was they have to do something about that. Like there's like rubber key. I don't know what they can do if they just started making everything bendy, but I don't know if it would cost more.
Those like the problem with the M'Baku skirts was like those were like super thick rubbery skirts, and like they should have been way thinner than they were. But I have a feeling like due to them trying to do like textures a certain way, like that was why
it had to be.
Yeah, because it was all fur texture.
Yeah, but
I mean, because it looks awesome.
Yeah, they could have just done it cloth, and I mean that would have been kind of cool. Like they do like fur on that Range Trooper in the Black Series, so why not?
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, Pinch Trooper.
Worst. Yeah, there wasn't really many honorable mentions that I had for that because I think the Wendigo looked cool, but it was just a repaint of Sasquatch.
My least of the bunch, my least favorite would have been the Kree Sentry.
Yeah, my worst was my worst Build-A-Figure for this year was probably the worst figure I've ever gotten, and it was the only reason I did it was because it was part of the MCU, so didn't bother me to have it. But that would be Molten Man. Man for the spider. That thing is so fucking awful. It's just a big chunk of hot shit. But in a display, it'll fit with the Spidey shit. So
for sure, whatever. You can definitely use it with like Mysterio. There's head. But
it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
What figure that I just get? What figure comes with the head on that again?
I just got it.
Yeah, $11 at Walmart.
Yeah,
$11.
Clearance deals. Yeah, I guess the X-Force wave is on clearance there too right now for $11.
Oh, really? That's nice.
Yeah, the X-Force and the Spidey, the Molten Man wave, are both on clearance at Walmart for $11 right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look something up real quick. I forgot about.
Dealio.
What the fuck was that bitch's name? Oh, okay, I got it. So anyway, moving along to best exclusive of the year, be it a multi-pack or a single figure. And I'm just gonna go with Chris. I'm just going with Chris because from my perspective, it just looks like it's a circle like this. So Chris, your best exclusive.
For me, I didn't pick up many exclusives this year, but I think Kraven from the Target 2-pack.
Yeah,
That's
would be my favorite.
symbiote engraving Spidey. Yeah,
Classic look. The cankles. He's got cankles, but don't we all at some point?
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. I mean, it just looks so great. The rifle that it comes with is amazing for Marvel Legends $20 figure, dude. Like, well, 40 because it's
40.
2-pack, but you feel me.
Yeah.
Well, that would be like the whole thing is
Um,
included. If that's your pick, then it's just the whole 2-pack, the whole Craven.
Yeah, okay, I guess
Plus-
so then.
Plus,
yeah.
that's just the redo.
And the
of
symbiote
Pizza
looks
Spidey.
great
Yeah.
too, except for the fucking butterfly joints, dude. They kind of biffed it on that one, but
Isn't it? It's just a Pizza Spidey redo, isn't it?
yep. I was happy to get the symbiote suit on that mold again
So-
with 2 flat feet and not one with the bent toes because that fucker was hard to stand, dude.
That's
From the Sandman.
Yeah.
So the flat feet, I'm with it. So I'm happy I got it.
Oh yeah.
All right, Neeko, best exclusive for 2019.
The Walmart worthy cap.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I was just that figure is such a badass, fucking dope representation of just an iconic, amazing scene from
Like jaw dropping scene.
Yeah, totally. Like, if you hear that music and you see that scene and you see the shot of Mjolnir in the ground and then see it being lifted off and it's just like yes, and that's what that figure is. That's what that is. It's just fucking awesomeness. So that was my pick for best exclusive, and like close runner up was the Walgreens Emma Frost.
Nice.
I still need the short-haired head from that.
What's that? From that?
Yeah, I want it for my Sue Storm.
Yeah, that's a good head for her.
So my best exclusive was actually it was the Target Captain Marvel with the Kree suit.
Oh, the green one? Yeah.
Dude,
yeah. And I really, that's just a good figure as it is. But then the thing I like most about it is that it came with that head to make Minerva and the scarf, and it came with her sniper rifle.
Yeah,
and
the
you
hands.
get that into some really cool like sniper. Like she can hold that like actually with 2 hands, and it's really good.
Yeah.
They did. I think this year was when Marvel Legends really stepped up with the female figures. They used to be like the worst ones usually, and it wasn't like, not because I didn't like the character, but just because they were just like real thin and flimsy, and they really stepped up their female mold this year, and that was one of my favorite ones. So a couple honorable mentions I actually had Craven, Symbiote Spidey, and Mystique, and the Family Matters exclusive from Amazon.
Those are both great. All great calls, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though that Quicksilver was kind of just like white bread, it was still like, at least it was on that Deadpool buck.
Mm-hmm.
And the Scarlet Witch and Magneto. Magneto was amazing.
Yeah, both of those two are both dope as hell. I honestly feel like that Quicksilver head works just as well as a Magneto head. Actually, probably better as a Magneto head than a Quicksilver head. Like, I don't feel like it does Quicksilver justice, but the body itself is great for Quicksilver. I just want a more comic accurate Quicksilver head with like hair and stuff,
Any worst exclusives from you guys?
Cowboy Logan games for the franchise. I don't know.
That was a shitty one for sure.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't really have any bad exclusives that come to mind.
My worst one was Agent Anti-Venom.
I could get behind that because it looks
cool, but it's such a shitty shitty bottom half of that figure is so terrible. Those hips gots to go. On all figures.
Dude, I mean, the Night Thrasher body swap is amazing, but that works
Yeah.
with regular Agent Venom.
Yeah, you have that one, the parts on that one to do it.
So the next category, and Chris, I don't know if you got a lot of these this year. You weren't really into the X-Men as much, were you? This year?
Not so much, no.
So I had for the best Wolverine. Did you get any Wolverines this year?
I did.
Yep.
I bought the X-Force one.
Okay,
Nice.
cool. Nice.
Yeah, because I love the thick claws.
Yeah.
Hell
on
yeah.
with it. And it's just, I love the way X-Force uniforms look.
I thought
The gray and
having
black, it's nice, but the red eyes, it's a cool aesthetic.
Yeah.
thought
So
having-
yeah, I would say for my best Wolvie, definitely the X-Force.
Chris, did you ever read those X-Force comics with him with the red eyes and that suit?
I never did. No, I was
They're
too young
so-
for that, and I was still just only pretty much a one-track mind with Spidey at that point.
Yeah, those volumes are
They're
really good.
amazing. Yeah, they're really good if you ever do get around to reading it.
Neeko, best Wolverine.
Oddly enough, X-Force Wolverine. I love that figure. Like, the claws are just the best Wolverine claws that
Dude,
Hasbro's.
I'm saying, it's so sick.
Yeah, it's like to the point that it's right here. I went out and grabbed an extra so that I could pop the hands off and paint those blue for the Love Affair
Finley.
3-pack. With the Wolverine, Cyclops, and Jean Grey.
That's right.
So
I remember you
that-
doing that. Yeah.
So that Wolverine could have those dope claws. And the detail on that sculpt, like, you really, unless you, like, really get in close, like, you don't see it because of the darkness of like, the black plastic. But there's a ton of detail in that costume. And the only reason I know that is because I'm working on a custom in, like, using that body mold for a modern Wolverine in, like, his orange and brown current costume.
House of X Wolverine, right?
And-
The Powers
yeah.
of X. Yeah.
House of Wolverine. Yeah. And like, in painting it, I just like it just really popped out all the detail. So it's a really dope figure.
dope.
Like, yeah.
All right. Well, X-Force Wolverine across the board, because that's my pick as well. And I don't even have to really go into it because this is all the same reason. Like that's such a great mold anyway.
Yeah.
And yeah, just having those claws and the red eyes and that color costume, and just because I love those books so much too. And I really can't stand the fact that they made that Cowboy Wolverine.
Dude, I saw that thing the other day too. Like, why, dude? Why?
So
Ugh.
I don't know why they didn't put that on the new Wolverine body. Doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense. And that's why that was my worst Wolverine, was the Cowboy, and I'm assuming that's everybody's also.
Yeah.
It was pretty ridiculous.
It'd be one thing if they actually used, like, the torso from the Weapon X figure and then just painted on a wife beater. I'm sorry, a sleeveless undershirt. It's not a uniform.
And this is the 2019 Marvel Awards, not the 2017.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut that out because I fucked that up. I meant to say, I don't even know, 1970s or something. I don't know.
they really could have, done a little more for that figure. And if they had done just a little more for it, it would have sold. Like, it wouldn't be peg warming at every store. And, like, I've seen Meyer started to carry that figure now too. Like, they're getting all these fan channel Marvel Legends in, and that's one of them. And that Wolverine is freaking peg warm. There's literally 3 pegs of that Wolverine sitting at my mire, and they're not going anywhere at full price. Those are going to sit there, and they're going to sit there for a while.
Right. They
Until
have,
they hit
have
like
it everybody.
$4. Yeah.
Yeah.
When, if anybody's looking for that figure, make sure you hit up Neeko, and
Yeah.
he'll grab you one at Myers. You got him. 20% markup. Gas and time. Gas and time markup.
Gas time ship. Yeah, I mean, just cover shipping. I don't mind helping anyone out.
Yeah, it's a piece of shit. But I thought doing Best Wolverine would be fun because they did so many of them this year. The only other one that really was like blowing me away was the Weapon X one. That just looked really cool. And I love how Wayne has his displayed where he just put like a jar on top of it and put it on top of it. It's off. That's just a great idea, man. I'm totally stealing that shit.
Yeah.
It's a great idea. So my the next category is 2019 Best Spider-Man body or figure. And we'll start with Chris once again.
Well, I'm gonna, strictly speaking, Marvel Legends wise, gonna have to go with a Night Monkey on that from the Molten Man wave. The eyes on the flipped up lenses, dude, they look so good. Like they're painted so good. Yeah. And the body on it's really nice, dude. I mean, it's just overall probably one of the better Spider-Man Marvel Legends, MCU, non-MCU, that I think I have.
I agree.
I totally agree.
Neeko?
Well, this was the one where I kind of stepped out of the Marvel Legends line, but in the Marvel Legends line, I would have to agree with Chris that Night Monkey figure is fucking fantastic, and like so much better than it has any right or reason to be. Like, I don't think any of us before it came out, and especially before we saw the movie, none of us expected it to be that good of a figure. And it's actually crazy how good of a Marvel Legends Spider-Man figure.
Yep.
So I have to fall in line with Chris on this one too, and just say Night Monkey. However, let me throw down my asterisks here that the best Spider-Man figure of the year that I own anyway would be the SH Figuarts Far From Home upgrade suit Spidey. That figure is fucking
a
beautiful.
beaut.
So visible. It just dynamic as fuck and so dope. Like, highly recommend that as an SHF Spidey to everyone and anyone that has considered it.
So I remember hitting you up. I hit up the chat, but when I had some money to burn after I had like a good week, and I wanted to get a Figuarts figure, and I remember asking you. I was either going with the enhanced suit or the MK85, and I was saying, hey, you think they're probably going to release the MK85 right again? And you said, oh, definitely. And then that's why I went ahead and got the enhanced, and I'm so glad I did. One, because that's a great figure. Two, because a month later they announced the new Iron Man, so it's fucking hooray for me.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Like, that's the thing. It's like that Spidey's fantastic, and as nice as the Mark 85 Figuarts is, it is really nice. They were totally planning a re-release, so it's like there's no reason to chase after the previous one.
Yeah.
And definitely like don't end up like paying more than retail for it, because there's gonna be a fresh one coming.
Yeah, there always is another Iron Man coming.
Always.
So
always.
I also went with Night Monkey as my best Spidey. It's just like across the board again.
Bingo.
I especially love the eyes, just like Chris said, and I really like how the
It requires
even even the ones where the goggles are are flipped down.
uh,
It's somehow just the way it's shaped and the way the mask is shaped, and especially if you get like a pose where he's like looking like this, it looks like it has expression, even though you can't see anything on his face. He looks like he's like surprised. If you
Yeah,
There's
totally.
like a couple really good poses where you can kind of like arc his back a little bit and make him kind of look like he's like looking up, and it's got some really good potential for really good pictures. Just the way you compose it.
yeah, actually, that's I should throw this in too. And I know this will sound crazy to people that'll listen or watch this, and you know that collect like SHF figures hardcore. But after I got that Night Monkey figure, uh, I was content with not chasing down the SHF version.
The
Or
web,
just,
yeah.
yeah, because I was just like, this figure is great. I'm sure I hope the SHF Night Monkey is good, but after the PS4 SHF Spidey, I'm like my faith in what they do has been shaken a little bit. So I'm just like, I'm good with the legend, you know.
Yes, me too. I would never even try to get that figure arts Night Monkey.
Yeah.
It'd be so expensive now anyway.
Shit,
Yeah.
at that point, you might as well go with the Hot Toys.
There you go. All right, moving on. This is a category that I really liked. And this was the best villain release this year.
Yeah.
All right, Christopher.
Well, dipping back into Spider-Man here, my favorite, the best villain I think that came out this year is definitely the Scorpion.
Ooh,
For me, at least.
I thought you were going somewhere different with that. That's nice.
It's a great
I love the way he looks, the color of the paint on the green. It's amazing. Got to do a little bit of a repaint on the face, but
yeah.
Flexible tail. Flexible tail's a good one.
Flexible tail, dude. Yeah, it's so great. You can get it into so many different cool poses.
Yeah.
And he's really got expression. Like if you look at his mouth and his eyes and stuff, it's very, very, very good figure. And I like it.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it.
Oh yeah.
That's a good pick. I didn't even have that like written down. That's actually you know what's funny is at first I thought that there was like a mistake on that. Like they forgot to paint the part of his face. And then if you look up pictures of like the old Scorpions classic, that's actually how I wonder if that started off as like a mistake and then they just kept it going because it looks weird. It looks weird
that would not.
It doesn't look like part of his mask. It just looks like the mask goes around his face and then it just like is green right here. But,
yeah,
they made.
From what if I remember right in the comics, it was just like it went over his nose and like around his mouth and chin, and he had like the stuff around his eyes, but that was it. Like, so I don't know.
Like
I
that
think,
even and the animated series and stuff. So yeah, the green look is a little off.
Yeah,
but
like,
that's
I like
easy
how they
fix.
Well, no, I like how they made the toy to match that, even though it looked a little weird. I thought that was kind of cool of them.
I really wish they would have just painted the flesh on, so I didn't have to do it.
Neeko, your best villain?
My best villain of the year was Corvus Glaive.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Yeah, it's just such a beautiful sculpt. Like, I was looking at it earlier today, and that was what sealed it for me. I was like, it's so detailed, the sculpt, and like the paint job on it is actually really nice too. It brings out a lot of the detail that's there, and he's just such a horrifying looking alien thing that like you could seriously use him as a background character in Star Wars photos and get away with it. And like most people would be like, yeah, okay, whatever. That's just some fugly ass alien.
Totally,
You know,
yeah.
it's
You know,
it's a dope figure.
watching Endgame the other day, the end. I was just watching the end part again, and I didn't never realize that. I
When they
think
turn to ash.
no, uh, I didn't realize that Okoye, I think, is the one that kills him in the
Yeah,
battle.
she marks him,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
Stabs the shit out of him with her fucking spear.
just like
And then just fucking
full vaults over.
motherfucker.
That's
Yeah,
right, she
dude.
does a pull. Yeah, God, that fucking scene is great.
Yeah, if you pay attention, like at the very end of like after Tony snaps, and it comes down to like Thanos looking around and seeing his army disintegrating. Directly behind Thanos, you'll see uh, Ebony Maw like walking forward and just like kind of falling to his knees and turning to dust. And as the camera keeps panning, you'll see Proxima Midnight being held by Corvus Glaive.
Oh,
They're
shit.
actually a married couple, and he's holding her dead in his arms, and they both ash away.
That's awesome, dude. There's so
Yeah.
many things like I could watch. Every time I watch that, I could find something I didn't realize.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corvus Glaive was a great figure. That was another one that kind of got a little hindered by his cape. But I think with that one, I think if you just trim like a little bit off the bottom, I think that goes a long way. Because I think it was just like a dick hair too big, and it kind of messed up his.
Like, I kind of like that long tail just specifically because you can use it as a tripod.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
like you can pose his legs doing anything, and you've got that cape tail to basically hold him up no matter what you're doing. So, but the downside of that also is anytime you're using it for either a pose on a shelf or photography, you also have to plan for having enough space behind it for that cape tail thing. So, but it is a dope figure.
This best villain, like to me, was a rough one because there's so many good ones this year, and
Yeah.
I picked Thor Ragnarok Hela
Dude,
as my
absolutely.
best villain.
That was something I wrote down first.
That
And
was
then
another
got to
one.
thinking about it.
That was another one with me that I was totally gonna get that fucking Mezco version of that, and I was gonna get rid of the one that I had. And once I got it, I realized that that Mezco one's. I don't even know if it came out yet. I don't think it did.
It
Oh,
did.
did it? Okay.
Yeah, I saw it at the comic shop.
And yeah, man, the Legends was so good that I'm like, dude, this is completely fine with this price for what I needed for, than to buy like the whole $80-$90 Mezco one.
Yeah.
And I thought even like some of I don't think the Mezco one came with swords, which I think was a deal, kind of a. Did it not come with swords?
It came with swords. It didn't come with a cape.
That's what it didn't come with, and it made it look weird because she had the helmet, the big helmet, but no cape.
Yeah,
that was
no cape.
That was kind of strange. Yeah,
that is weird.
From what I've seen of pictures of her loose too, like she's actually she should be taller than she is. She's kind of short even for being a Mezco.
So some of the other ones that I had written down were Mr. Sinister.
Yeah, I was going to bring him up too. He's fantastic figure.
I had a Claw from the first Black Panther wave, Ulysses Claw.
Yeah, that's a great figure too.
Yeah, Mystique and Ebony Maw.
Mm.
And what I thought Chris was going with when he started with the Spidey is I thought you were going to pick the MCU Mysterio.
Seriously, that's what I was
close. That was a good fig too, but
yeah.
Something about the Scorpion, the way he looks, comic style, dude, it does it for me.
Yeah.
I have that written down here as a good one. My worst villain was the X-Men Wave Skullbuster. Like that was like nobody. I just feel like that was like one of the, you could see those memes where it says nobody and doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
And then Marvel Legends, a picture of fucking Skullbuster.
Yeah, that's fair. Because it's like, it's just a reissue of Deathlock with a new head, you know? And it's just like,
Yeah.
come on.
Could have gave us something cool. They could have, if they were gonna go with a Reaver, they could have gave us the one on a fucking
Bone
that's on, like, a little
Crusher.
tread or
Tank.
something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe they'll do a vehicle. That, you know, it would be cool if they kind of did, since they did Bone Crusher or Skullbuster, if they did a
They probably
like they do with Alpha Flight. Just give us like a 4-pack of like Lady Deathstrike and the rest of the Reavers.
they're gonna do the rest.
That would
Yeah,
actually be
they're
kind of
gonna
cool. Because I'd love to have
something will
that.
happen.
I'd love to have with if I got a full X-Force wave, like with the Wolverine leader X-Force, with him fighting Deathstrike and the Reavers would be fucking great. With like X-Force X-23 and X-Force Archangel and Warpath and like that whole team. That would be a good fight scene with them and the Reavers.
For sure.
So that was another tangent. Anybody else have a worst villain?
Mm.
You know,
You don't
yeah.
have to.
I guess technically he's a villain. That Jan Rog
Yeah, and Rog was terrible.
line,
You're right.
dude,
Yeah.
looked just bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
It was just dumb because you couldn't even tell it was supposed to be Jan Rog unless you just saw the box, because it was just like a Creed with didn't look like him or anything. It just looked like a. In fact, if you look on that list that I sent, it doesn't even say Jan Rog. It just says Kree Soldier.
Yeah. You know who I would mention would be that Loki figure from the Smart Hulk Build-A-Figure Endgame wave.
Classic Loki.
Yeah, that classic Loki that they just kind of like hopped out on. You know, it's stuff like that like it could have been on par with that Thor and the Cap and the Iron Man that they put out, but then they just kind of half-assed it. And like in that regard, it's like, guys, you were inches from the goal line and inches from greatness, and you couldn't move the chains. You couldn't do anything in a wave that's also got fucking Rock Python in it with his
living laser.
Yeah, and living laser. But
yeah, that was another throwaway. Some people really like those comic figures though.
I know, and you know, that's cool. I love the X-Men comic figures, but like you know, I guess it only really would have mattered if I was trying to build that Hulk. If I didn't have the SHF Infinity War Hulk, I probably would have chased after it. That whole Build-A-Figure wave and built that Hulk. But
Yeah.
thankfully, I have the SHF, and I only bought Beta Ray Bill so I could plop the heads on.
Yeah, that is a good one. Terrible stuff. So best multi-pack, be it 2 or 3-pack, doesn't matter.
My favorite is of the year. There was quite a few good ones, dude.
This was a really good year for multi-packs.
Yeah, it really was.
The one that I was the most excited for, probably the Spider-Man MJ 2-pack.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get Spider-Man with the Mathletes jacket, because gotta have more Spidey.
And that was great for me
and the
too,
MJ figure was awesome looking too. So
yeah, they just did a great job on that.
You sent that to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was awesome. I was surprised at that. You didn't tell me you were doing that. I just fucking got some at work one day. Like, oh, this is fucking Zendaya. That was a good thing. That was another good female figure too. You could get into her into some cool poses. I actually had her.
Yeah, totally.
Even though she didn't really do any fighting, but there was like a real cool pose you can get her when she's like jumping forward and like with like an overhand punch. It was pretty cool because she has a fucking fist.
Speaking of cool poses, a little sideways here. I've got that Bison 1/12 scale seamless female body figure coming in tomorrow.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
really,
those are dope.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to like trying different heads on that body and seeing like what works with it and like what I can do to like just fuck around with it picture wise and do stuff. But it's gonna be a little creepy.
It's awesome, man. What is it wearing? Like, what does it look? Is it like that kind of like the humanoid figure? Or?
Well, no, it's a naked female body and it's got like a wireframe skeleton
Yeah.
and like that like fake skin that like moves.
Yeah, so there's like no joints or anything.
Yeah,
No visible joints, stuff like that.
Yeah, so you don't see an elbow joint or a shoulder joint, but like the arms move however you need them to, and it comes with like different pairs of hands and feet, and you can like just buy different like 1/12 scale clothes for them.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll be pretty sweet.
yeah. Gonna try some Marvel Legends heads on it and just see what they look like on it.
Those would probably come in handy if you need to pose, if you wanted to like pose something to draw, like in a certain way to look at how like the anatomy is supposed to look.
Especially the naughty bits. It's got him.
Neeko, best multi-pack. Go.
The X-Men Love Affair 3-pack, Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Wolverine.
That's a good one. I haven't even.
Yeah.
I opened mine and I took the Wolverine out and I was messing with him, but I hadn't even taken out the other two yet.
Oh, dude, you gotta fuck with that Jean. She's amazing.
Yeah. I'm in the process now of getting all stuff up on shelves and shit in my new room.
Or
That's
life.
I think I'm gonna have an X-Men Detolf though, if I can.
Dude, nice.
Yeah.
My best multi-pack was actually the Loki Corvus Glaive from Infinity War.
I could get down with that, man.
Yeah.
I could roll with that.
For all the same reasons you said that Glaive was your best villain, and then Loki was really great too.
Yeah, that Loki figure is dope.
Yeah, I kind of regret selling it, but at the time, didn't need it.
Still have this thing too. It's fucking
keychain.
Yeah.
The chain from Asgard. Oh no, wait, it wasn't from Asgard. Thanos made it.
What else did I want to say? Oh, I'll probably get the FreGrowlt Loki when they release it though. Still.
Yeah, I'm all over that too.
Loki's somebody that I could have. You could always have multiples of him too, because you could do like where he's like disappearing and like
reappearing.
Yeah. That's why I still have both of mine. I never sold the Ragnarok one, but I do love that Infinity War Loki. That figure is dope.
Yes, it's very good. Other fucking things that I had were the Cord Grandmaster pack.
Awesome set.
And Love Triangle I had written down. So that's going. The worst multi pack I thought this year was the Quantum Suits from Endgame.
Yep. I would agree with that. 100%.
The only good thing about that was all the heads you would get if you wanted the heads. I guess. I don't know. Just
the Black Widow and the Hawkeye head were the only real reason. Well, and their weapons came in there too, but that's fair to call that one the worst. The other one I would call right up there with it is the Deadpool and Hitmonkey 2-pack.
Yeah.
That's just
lazy
shit for $40. Yeah, totally lazy.
They've had that one in the GameStop that I had still there. Nobody cares about that at all.
Yeah, dude.
I'm sure there's people that like it, but I don't know.
They have a shelf full of them at Meijer. If anybody needs them.
I don't even know who Hitmonkey really is.
$39.99 plus tax. Hit your boy. Yeah.
Okay, the next category is best Marvel figure, and by Marvel I mean Marvel comic, best comic book figure.
Oh, that's what you meant by
Should
that.
we
Yeah.
do a smoke break?
You want to? Sure.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. Let's do that.
Because I'm still deciding between two figures, and I'm just gonna mention them both. But I think I know who I'm gonna mention first. All right. So, best Marvel fig. I'm going to have to go with the 80th anniversary Iron Man.
That's a good pick.
That thing is
classic,
the paint on it.
The classic Iron Man?
Yeah, the 80th anniversary, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Man, they have that at
paint
my GameStop.
On it looks good.
I want to pick it up if it ever goes on sale.
The alternate heads that it comes with looks good. I really like the Tony Stark head. And the other one I was deciding between would be the Big Time Spider-Man, another 80th figure. It's basic pizza Spidey mold.
Yeah.
Same eyes, same size eyes, except green instead of white on the symbiote. But it's fucking big time, man. Looks great. So those are the two that I've been deciding between, and I just, right as I was taking that dab, picked Iron Man over the Spidey.
Mm.
But they're both right there for me. They both do it.
Those are both awesome ones. I didn't pick up. Actually, I didn't pick up either of them.
Yeah, I haven't yet. Big Time Spidey also available at Meijer, $19.99 plus tax.
It's at my GameStop there's a couple of them there for it's like $24. If it ever goes on sale, I might grab one. Same thing with Iron Man. They don't put those classic ones on sale. Because they have him and they have Thor too.
They're clearancing those out at like the stores around here, so I'll keep my eyes peeled. I saw at some of the Targets they were like $12.50.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
I might want to get the classic Thor since I have that Beta Ray Bill too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably a good one.
Yeah. That's actually a good call.
Neeko, best Marvel comic figure?
That's really a tough call. Because there were a lot of good ones this year. I'm gonna have to say Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler? That's awesome. That's a good pick. Yeah.
That's a nice fig.
Yeah, I mean it's basically a modified Pizza Spidey bod. The only point I would take away from it is the fact that it doesn't have a bendy wire tail. That's it. Other than that, it's fucking perfect. 3 heads, multiple hands, his sword, fuck whatever Build-A-Figure part he came with. That figure is amazing. Highly recommend to everyone.
That was the Wendigo.
Yeah, the
Wendigo.
Splanchy.
That's really funny that you said that because I actually also have Nightcrawler as my best Marvel comic figure. Yeah, same thing.
It's a good one.
Comes with all those heads. The fucking swords are awesome. The paint on it's great. It's about as perfect as you could get for a Marvel Legends figure for an X-Men. Looks like it just fucking bamfed right out of the comic onto your table. Some other ones I had written down were Classics Cap.
Mm-hmm.
The new one that came out, I had Jubilee.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that Captain America was good.
I had Professor X written down.
Oh yeah, Professor X is a great call.
Yeah, there's just that one was a hard one to figure out. I definitely went with my heart on that one. That was back and forth between that one and another one, and I'll get to that part later. But I figured I'd pick that and just pick the other one for a different category then, because they were so close. My worst Marvel figure was the Cannonball. That was fucking terrible.
Yeah,
I'd agree with that. I didn't buy it, but I would agree.
Like I didn't think it was the best look for. I guess they were going with a X-Force kind of look, Cannonball.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but the fact that it didn't have, it's just nothing you can really do with it. It's maybe if they would have included like a little cheapo stand or something, so you could. It just looks like a fucking like. It's just a fucking. Might as well be a shampoo bottle or something.
Totally. Kind of is. All you gotta do is.
It does look like something you could like unscrew the fucking waist on.
Totally. I would call the 6-armed Spidey the worst.
Yep.
Before you go any further, I forgot to do worst Spidey. That was my worst Spidey.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 6-armed Spidey was pretty bad.
I mean, there is no worse Spidey. Well, let's get that out of the way.
Yeah,
but
that
that one was a bad figure.
Worst made figure.
That figure was a plastic abortion.
It looked
the doppelganger retool looked so much better.
Yeah,
the same thing.
The 6-armed Spidey, the only thing that made that look a little better was I think didn't Wayne panel line that with a Gundam marker?
Did the webbing?
I did the same on mine too.
Yeah, that made it look a little cooler, but it was just so hard to articulate. I mean, understandably, it had 6 arms. There's going to be some articulation problems. So,
but that's the problem.
It doesn't mean I like it any better.
There were customizers that have already done that have solved that problem with using Spidey mold and having 6 arms. Like Hasbro could have done more. They just chose not to because they're fucking lazy.
Best MCU figure.
Endgame worthy Cap for me.
Yeah.
For all the reasons Neeko said, and just, that figure out of all of the other Captain America figures, that's totally Chris Evans' face.
Yeah.
And of course, Mjolnir. It comes with that fucker, dude. I hunted that. Oh, like crazy. I hunted that thing.
Yeah.
I still never saw one at my Walmart.
Wow.
Yeah. Neeko, best MCU figure?
Mine would be the Endgame Mark 85 Iron Man.
The newest
good
one
one.
that came out. Yeah, that is a good one. I got a chance to.
I still don't have that one yet.
Oh, dude! When you do get a chance to get it, get it. I love the SHF, but that Iron Man figure is such a step up for Hasbro and like just Marvel Legends as far as like MCU figures go. It's fantastic. Like whenever the fuck they get around to doing their final battle version of, with like a Tony head and a snapping finger, like that's gonna be fucking some bomb ass shit if it's using like that same body with like updated fucked up paint job and
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, but that figure is fantastic. If you have Rescue and you have the Iron Patriot, you absolutely 100% need to get the Marvel Legends 85. It's fantastic.
So I got that whole wave, and then I knew that I would be getting the FreGrowlt 85 eventually, so I ended up hooking my buddy up with that that legend. And but I took it out and I got a chance to handle it while before I gave it to him, and it really was pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Before I get to my pick, a couple ones, because I think mine was like at a right field or left field, whatever the saying is. But some ones that I had written down were the Killmonger with the mask from the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had Iron Patriot written down. Just the figured articulation, because it's so big, but that it looked so good that it didn't matter. You could get him in a couple good firing, shooting thing poses. And that's all you really need.
Yeah.
I had Valkyrie written down.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know we already used these two, but I had Corvus Glaive and Ebony Maw written down as in my categories, and I had Rescue armor too because that was a really good figure.
Yeah.
But my pick was, I think this is one of the figures that they had that looks like the character the most out of any of the figures I've ever bought, and that's the Ant-Man the Wasp Lewis.
Dude, I knew you were gonna say that. I knew it.
It's a great figure.
They just nailed
so
it.
Good.
And it came with one of the best accessories ever, which when I first saw it, I thought it was just a suitcase. But if you look closely, it's the fucking Pym Tech building or whatever. It's
awesome.
Such a great, and it looks so much like fucking Michael Pena.
Yeah, they did a great job on that head scan.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I had all the action ones and like heroes and stuff, and I think that was my favorite MCU. The worst one I had was that Endgame Wave Cap. That shit was terrible. Just the fact that
from the reused one.
The fact that they just threw in a cap randomly.
I'd agree with that.
Just because they had to have one, and then they put it on the shittiest version that they had of it. That was pretty shitty. Yeah,
I'd agree. It is really bad. Right there. You're really fucking terrible. I'm talking to you, Dad.
I gave him away, so I was glad to get rid of him.
Yeah, it's good.
And then our next category is best female figure.
Well, I mean, it was just mentioned a few times, but yeah, the Rescue. That was my pick for the best female figure. I'm looking at it right now. It's sick. Like every part of that figure is sick, dude. Like it's got great articulation too, man. Like we were saying earlier, the female figs have really been stepped up this year.
They have, totally.
That figure has a really good pose to it, where you can pull her arms back and arc her back to make it look like she's firing and like if you pull one of her legs back, it can do a really good flying pose.
And have her standing there like, bitch.
That's definitely a figure I want to put on a flight stand. That thing is going on a flight stand in my display when I have it, just because it looks so good. Hopefully back to back with Mark 85.
Yeah.
Good pose. Neeko, best female.
Stonks have never been higher.
Mm-hmm.
Best female. So I had a couple of runner-ups. Oddly enough, both being Walgreens exclusives, and the White Queen Emma Frost figure and the Mystique figure. Both of those were fucking fantastic, and I think were the figure that I'm about to mention as number one not released. Either of those two could have been the number one female figure of the year, although there are other female figures that were actually really good. Dazzler from the X-Men Vintage Wave, Storm from the X-Men Vintage Wave were both fantastic. Hela was tremendous. Ghost from the 2-pack with Louise is such an awesome figure.
Yeah, that was another one that I really liked.
Yeah. There were a lot of really good female figures this year. Jubilee, Blink,
I have Moonstar written down.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Even though I didn't like that, just the Moonstar figure by itself looks really, with the bow and arrow poses you can get in that. That's just a pretty good figure.
Oh, but my pick was Jean Grey from the three.
Yeah, no, that's a
Yeah,
great
it's a
pick.
good one.
That's another
Yeah.
one.
It
that
looks
just
nice. I don't have it, but it looks very nice.
Looks like she just flew right out of the fucking cartoon.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer the long hair head on it. Like, I'm not a big fan of that cartoon ponytail look. Like, it looks so goofy to me. But I can understand, due to the cartoon, why people would gravitate to using that head. But the other one, the comic book look, with the big flowing lioness mane.
Do you think they just gave her a ponytail because they didn't feel like drawing her fucking hair all the time?
Yeah, pretty much. Because Rogue had big hair and Storm had big hair. It was just something that made her stand out, you know? So, I don't know. It's weird. Like, it's just like, okay, she's this tall, busty, smoking hot redhead with these mutant powers to move shit with her mind and read your mind. And we're going to give her this awkwardly weird haircut that confuses your boner. You decide, boys. And that's what it was.
The only one I had written down that wasn't mentioned was the I think it was Kingpin Wave, this Julia Carpenter Spider-Man. No, that was the Molten Man.
Oh, yeah, the Molten Man.
Spider Julia Carpenter Spider Woman. That
Yeah.
I debated on picking that up when I got
it's a good figure. I think
but
I can't remember, but I think she came with some cool like sting like effects.
Yeah, she does.
Stings, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, she's on clearance at Walmart right now too.
Yeah, I actually
$11.
I like that character. I like
Mayday, dude. She will always be my
Mayday's cool too.
my spider girl.
I like Jessica Drew as well, but I always like Julie Carpenter.
Oh, honorable mention: Silver Sable was in the Kingpin wave.
So that brings me to my oh no, I didn't even do my best one yet.
Yeah. Who is it?
My best female figure was Blink.
Blink, right on.
Caliban wave. That was such a the poses that you could do with her with the little shard energy dagger things that she has were really good. And I really love the portal that she came with. And I love how if you can use that, it doesn't look exactly like a BAMF effect, but it looks good with the Nightcrawler as well. Because it's the same color pink, so even though it's not like a puff of cloud, it still looks cool with Nightcrawler popping out of it.
Yeah.
And ironically, my worst figure was Silver Sable.
See,
but
I
would say. Go ahead. My worst is that black cat from that wave. That thing is awful.
That's what I was gonna say. Is Black Cat is the worst female figure because that Silver Sable is at least still like somewhat Silver Sable. That Black Cat figure from that Kingpin wave is fucking butt ass, ugly and stupid looking. Like
it was supposed to be like newer Black Cat, right? Like Black Cat.
It's like her new suit, and that just looks garbage.
Yeah.
I liked it a little bit, but I didn't like the Silver Sable. I don't like when they do that paint that they do with this it doesn't really look silvery. It just looks kind of like clear.
Oh. Yeah, it's probably
clear plastic.
Some kind of like gloss over like a gray tone.
Yeah. If she would have been more painted silver, I think I would have liked that a lot more.
Just get a can of silver spray paint. Like boil and pop her apart. Easy peasy.
Another really, really bad, and I like the look of this figure. I think it looks fine, but as far as like a figure with any sort of like action, just because you can barely pose it at all, is the one that used the Peggy Carter. I like it. I love the fact that I have her because she fits in with my MCU stuff and she goes with Cap. But just because of the skirt that she's wearing, you can't like. I think it would have been cooler if they put her in like the army. She didn't really wear like an army pantsuit though, ever did she? She did wear that like skirt the whole fucking time.
Yeah, I think she did.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But it should have been thinner plastic.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't do anything with it because you can't move her legs out. Is all it's the reason. It's you just can't articulate.
That's terrible.
The face sculpt looks good though.
Yeah.
And I love Agent Carter. Her show was awesome. I wish
Hey, you could always try popping her head on that Jyn Erso body when you get it.
Yeah.
See how that looks.
Yeah. Fucking Peggy Carter in space. Okay. This is the last main category, and this is best male figure.
Well, for me, man, I can't. It's between the Night Monkey and Endgame Cap, Worthy Cap.
Hell yeah. Multiple awards is awesome, man. That just speaks to, the figure.
I can't pick one over the other. Those two just do it for me, man. There's just such great figures. Like, I think even we're talking just Legends here out of all my MCU, those are my two favorite.
Yeah, those are awesome.
So yeah, I'm picking those two. Two answers on this one.
Good. They can share the fucking trophy. Oh, they can. Fucking
They're both worthy.
Neeko, best male figure.
Yeah, so I gotta say, it was kind of an awkward year for Marvel Legends. There was some really great stuff. There was some kind of stuff. And I couldn't pick a best male figure from the Marvel Legends because there's one thing that came out that absolutely surpassed pretty much all Marvel Legends in my opinion, and that'd be this guy.
Dude,
that's
yeah,
awesome.
Best male, that's him.
Yeah, dude, fucking the Dadalorian, the Mandalorian.
So, just to recap,
Andy Warhol Lorian.
Neeko's best male figure in the 2019 Marvel Legends Award Show is Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. I love it.
This is the way. This is the way.
Dude, this is the way.
That is the way. I can't wait to get mine, even though I gotta wait for fucking ever. And I'm getting two of them just in case, because I know I'll find someone that wants one.
You know, the thing I bet is gonna happen is the second people receive theirs, like in March when those things start shipping again. As soon as people receive them, it'll be like the very next day. Pre-orders go up for the full Beskar with the signet and
I'll get that one too.
And the crib.
Oh, I'll be
and the cloth cape and the fucking jetpack and the whistling birds effect, and it'll be like a deluxe pack, and it'll be like some Walmart exclusive for $34.95 or some shit like that.
Is the whistling bird that was what they called his flamethrower thing, right?
No, that was like the little.
I already have a soft
dart.
goods cape.
Oh shit!
Oh, dude.
I don't have the figure yet, but I got the cape for it.
Hey man, that's smart. Thinking ahead. Does it have a hood?
No hood.
It does. Oh really? Because he has a hood on his cape.
Does he really? Because I don't think I've noticed that.
Yeah.
I have to rewatch and check it out.
Like it's on the figure cape, but obviously he's never worn a hood over his helmet on the show. So
that would be silly as fuck looking.
Yeah. Because it'd just be like that hood would have to be fucking huge. And that would just look all kinds of fucking goofy. Like, I guess if you're Kylo Ren or Darth Revan, you can pull it off. But I don't know. Maybe a Mando can do it.
Because he has the big thing stick to the antenna thing. He'd have to cut a hole in it for the antenna. Shit. All right. Well, my best male figure of 2019 is this was what I couldn't decide with the best Marvel comic figure. So I had two in mind, and they were both male. So I figured I'll just pick one for that and save the other one for the male figure. And that was Gambit.
Good call.
Yeah, dude, totally.
He's one of my favorite characters, and they pulled it off so well, and they gave him great accessories and the staff, and it just looks so fucking awesome.
Yeah, it does. Like, and honestly, there were a bunch of people that, like, when they got it, they cracked the torso and did like arm swap, and then got like cloth soft good jackets for him. I found all you need to do is get like a decent cloth soft goods jacket for him and remove the trench coat portion of the Marvel Legends figure. And if the trench coat's any good, the arms should have enough room to actually fit the sculpted trench coat arms that the figure
like
has.
Inside of it.
Yeah. So like, you don't need to crack the torso or do any goofy shit. You just need to get a decent trench coat for him, and you're fucking money in the bank. I have like one of the old Toy Biz Marvel Legend Gambit trench coats, and I slapped it on mine, and boom, they're just like instantly like that's so much better, and I already love this more than I did.
Yeah, he's my best one of the year.
Yeah, that's a good call. It's a really good figure.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'd also like to throw in that category the Wolverine from the 3-pack, the Jean Grey Cyclops 3-pack. Yeah. That Wolverine is fucking sick. The bone claws are great. All three of the head sculpts are awesome. I really dig the blues on the figure. The yellows are really bright, but like the blue is like a pretty dark, deep, like navy blue. And I like that a lot. Yeah.
For my worst, I had that Guardian from the X-Men wave, and just that it was like a nothing. Like that was another one too that looked really. I was excited about that because I like his look. But when they show you the test shot of it,
right,
it had that look like a glossy red and like real white paint, and it has that same shit that they sold the one I don't like, the Silver Sable. It just looks like some like smoky white, like faded, and the red is just flat. It doesn't come with anything. It doesn't come with any accessories. It's just a fucking boring ass fucking. It's not. It doesn't even have. I can't remember if it has butterflies. It might be on that Deadpool book. I forget.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It does. Yeah, it's on like the Captain Universe body.
Fucking Cyclops or something like that.
Yeah, it's just a whack figure. Like everything about it, it's just so boring looking. Like unless you're trying to make a custom of Space Ghost and you need that head sculpt, like. That's the only reason to buy that figure.
It's a good idea.
I feel like if it was painted, it would look better, but that would be the only way.
Yeah. If you find that thing on sale,
I have it.
That one's on clearance at Walmart. Oh well, dude, get some black paint. Paint that head sculpt. Just don't get the eyes and the mouth.
I got that whole wave, and then I have the Alpha Flight 4-pack too.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you got that.
Yeah. Yeah. So the only other things I have and these aren't official categories, but just you know, the most anticipated announced figure that we know is coming in 2020.
Comic style Vulture.
That's a good one. I was.
Nice.
Yeah.
Finally. My Sinister Six will be complete.
He's got fucking liver spots and everything, man.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a sick fig, dude.
I saw a couple of video reviews up on YouTube tonight of that Vulture figure, so people are starting to get that wave.
Nice. So, yeah, that and Doctor
soon.
Doom.
Yeah.
Those are my two.
That's a good one. Yeah. That should be soon.
Yeah.
It should be January, right?
Yeah. Well, any day now.
February for me on Amazon, but I'll find it before then.
Yeah. They'll probably start shipping like any day, and we'll just be like, oh shit, got charged.
You know, I'm thinking of getting that Velocity suit Spider-Man too. After I saw that,
I kind of like that, but the Spider Armor Mark III, dude, that is sick.
Yeah, I like some of the web effects they're coming with. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, web effects are awesome.
Cosmic Ghost Rider.
That's a fucking awesome one. I didn't even think of that one.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing they could have done to sweeten that up was if he came with a little fucking baby Thanos.
You gotta get your
that would
buddy to print one out. See if your friend can print one out for you.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I need to ask him to do that.
Yeah. All you have to do is tweak the Baby Yoda one a little bit.
Oh, yeah. That's a good call. Shit.
That's awesome.
But yeah, Cosmic Ghost Rider, that's my most anticipated announced figure. I think that's going to be really dope. Can't wait. Fuck Squirrel Girl.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm not getting Squirrel Girl. My most anticipated announced figure is also two figures I wanted to pick because they go together for me as a team. But the Age of Extinction, Weapon X, and Jean Grey. I want those two.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I really like that Jean Grey from that world. She was basically like Wolverine badass.
Yeah. Yeah, she was.
Most anticipated figure that has not been announced, but you think is coming out.
Dude, number one on my hope list. What if Punisher Spidey?
Yeah,
that figure, dude. Oh.
I think
it's on that. I'd be on that.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see something like that. Like
that.
We're gonna
that
see
one in updated Superior Spider-Man.
Yeah,
with the right boots, legs on the back, and the gauntlets for his web shooters.
That would be
because the original one doesn't have them. So I would be down for that too.
Any and all House of X-Men.
Yeah, that's a good pick though. Yeah.
And also full Beskar Mandalorian.
Dude, goddamn, I need it. I need it.
Don't we all?
I hope they start doing.
He needs to come with the Cantoma full of Beskar as well. Like, it needs to open up, and there needs
individual
to be
little fucking ingots, dude. Oh,
yeah, if they did like a stack of 6 and then like a brick of 6, and you could have them both piled next to each other inside, and then you can close it up. The most badass accessory ever.
That'd be dope.
And then they need to do an armorer figure with like the little fire pit, her pans, and her axe, and her pinchers
and pinchers and hammer.
Yeah.
Shit was rad, dude.
Totally. The way she busted that stormtrooper helmet open, like the whole mouth just is like disintegrated.
What was the Marvel one you said first?
Any and all House of X.
House of X. So one thing I would really like from that would be a Kitty Pryde and her captain.
Oh yeah,
with the tassel, the captain's coat that she has.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that would be awesome. My most anticipated unannounced figure is when they finally redo Rogue,
That's a great.
just so I could hear everybody shut the fuck up.
Non-wonky,
Yeah.
non-wonky eye Rogue.
Non-derpy Rogue, yeah.
Dude, yeah, they need to follow my lead and give her a new head and not use that old Rogue head because that thing is fucking busted.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, she's got eyes like a fucking walleye. They're on the sides of her head. It's just like, come on, she's a human person, not a fucking pug.
That thing looks fucking funny, dude.
Man.
I'm just sick of people fucking buying it for $80, man. I hate that. I hate the fact that people are paying $80. I mean, whatever. If you feel like it's worth it, it's worth it. But no, to me, no legend is worth $80.
No, it's a $20 figure at most. It's worth retail. Like, none of them are that rare that they're worth almost $100.
I think I went up a little bit, and I think I paid like 30 or 35 for that Cyclops, and that's as much as I think I've ever paid for a Legends figure.
Yeah.
Fucking $80, man. Ugh. Disgusting.
Yeah.
I bought the first appearance of Spider-Man, the Toy Biz Legend. I think it was like 34 or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's understandable.
That's not.
So that's it, guys. That's the 2019 Marvel Legends Awards show. I'm gonna sleep good tonight.
Dude, me too.
I know, man. Those Marvel Legends Awards were keeping me up for like weeks. So, like, you know.
Really? I did all mine. I did all mine in like a half hour this morning.
Yeah, no,
dude, so did I.
Totally playing. I screen capped your list, and I had it opened up on Messenger on my tablet screen in front of me earlier, but like all I did was opened up the image, I screen capped it, opened up the image, and wrote in text next to each category.
I wrote notes.
Right on.
Yeah.
I was lazy and didn't have any like paper.
But all right, so yeah, everybody, check us out on Dickbird Dabs. We do it like once a month or so, and check out the Dickbird Nest. Like, subscribe, share, and ring that bell, please, to get notified of new videos. And I hope everybody had a great 2019, and I hope everybody has a great 2020. So thanks for joining, and goodbye.
It's